Diagnosis: cancer. Senator John McCain has it. Tonight, the latest on his condition and his chances for recovery. New help is on the way to the stranded Russian sub, but the fear is it's already too late. And as Al Gore makes a triumphant entry into the convention city, CBS gives you an in-depth look at his plan for Social Security and why he says the Bush plan is, quote, dangerous.
This is the CBS Evening News, with Dan Rather reporting from the Democratic National Convention in Los Angeles.
Good evening. As the Democrats formally nominate a president, there is news tonight about a former presidential candidate. Republican Senator John McCain has skin cancer, an aggressive form called melanoma. McCain was treated previously and successfully for this in 1993. It has now come back. The 63-year-old McCain has canceled campaign appearances for the Bush-Cheney ticket. CBS's Bob Schieffer is here with the McCain prognosis, medical and political. Bob?
Well, Dan, here is what we know. I am told that this was discovered during a physical that McCain underwent at Bethesda Naval Hospital the day after he spoke to the Republican convention in Philadelphia. The doctors have discovered two melanomas, that's skin cancer, one on his left temple, another on his left arm. Just how serious, no one's willing to say. But this being the second time McCain has been diagnosed with a melanoma, doctors say when they reoccur, treatment is sometimes more difficult. The fact that one of the melanomas is on his temple could also make surgery difficult.
McCain knew about it last week as he campaigned with George Bush, and when reporters noticed a bandage on his temple, he reminded them to use sunscreen.
Every few months I have to go and get these basal cell things cut out from having a lot of exposure to the sun when I was very young.
In fact, he has a history of skin cancer and had a melanoma removed in 1993. McCain has already canceled some campaign appearances. We understand he told George Bush about the problem over the weekend. Doctors say melanoma is one of the most dangerous cancers, but can be treated.
At this point, if he has just two sites of disease, I think the recommendation would be excision, surgical removal, followed by some sort of immunotherapy rather than chemotherapy.
McCain has been vacationing with his family these last few days. He'll be meeting with doctors tomorrow and Friday in Phoenix to discuss the best course of treatment. He'll then hold a news conference to talk about it on Friday, Dan.
Bob Schieffer, thanks. As for the race against time to try to save more than 100 Russian sailors, it may be too late. They've been trapped since Saturday in a nuclear-powered submarine stranded on the bottom of stormy Arctic waters off northern Russia. Repeated rescue attempts have failed, and while new help is finally on the way, CBS's Richard Roth reports hope is dwindling fast.
It's an anxious wait in Russia for news from the Navy, and none of it's been good. Beneath churning seas 80 miles offshore, there's been no sound from the submarine Kursk all day. No tapping on the hull, no clues to the condition of the 116 men trapped in a freezing darkness with a diminishing air supply. Repeatedly, the Russian Navy's dropped a manned rescue capsule, but the crippled sub lies on its side, 350 feet down. Swirling currents and near-zero visibility have foiled attempts at a link-up. Late today, more aid was on the way, a sophisticated deep-sea lifeboat sent by the British after the Russians finally accepted a foreign offer to help. But this mini-sub won't be on station till Saturday and Fridays, when experts believe there'll be no more air to breathe on the stricken sub. Russia's President Putin says his government's doing all it can, but the situation, he says, is critical. The Russians now admit it was most likely an explosion in a torpedo compartment that crippled the Kursk during naval exercises last week.